The Danube is one of the most iconic rivers in Europe.
Halfway through my cruise, I sat down with Cesario, the cruise manager of the AmaMagna.
I'm not just saying this because I'm sat in this, this has been some of the best food I've ever had.
To find out more about our journey,
We visited 5 countries.
the ship we were living on for the week,
The one of a kind, it's like 2 ships in one.
and himself.
I told the chef I loved him last night when I left.
I tell him that every day.
I'm not surprised,
He's great.
What would you say makes the River Danube the perfect river to cruise down?
I mean, the places we visit here, I mean, if you think all these capital cities, I mean, Budapest, Bratislava, Slovakia, Vienna, and if you continue Prague in the Czech Republic, I think the Danube has very interesting place to visit. We have centuries of history in just this little stretch of the Danube. Still, you have beautiful scenery like Vaha Valley yesterday, and then you go to these quaint little villages where people are. Back in the days, they were like farmers. I mean, you know, of course, nowadays wine is something very fancy, but this combination of beautiful scenery, amazing cities we visit. The Danube is one of the most iconic rivers in Europe. I mean, it's the second largest river. If you go down east on the Danube, you have 10 countries.
Wow.
Just so close to each other. You just get up next day, a different country, different capital, different culture, different language, different history.
The way that the cruise feels like this, it's offering up the best of the countries, matching up with the best of like the buffet from the food on board. Like it's literally every time you can literally just choose a different thing.
So it really does seem like the River Danube is the perfect river for river cruising. But I had to know, which stop is Cesario's favourite on this cruise?
Is there any destinations on this cruise that you found more of a personal connection with?
But this is a tough question. This particular cruise is, I always call it the Imperial Cruise. You know, we have a pre-tour in Budapest. We're gonna have a post-cruise program in Prague. So if you do that, we're talking about 11 days, you're visiting 4 European capitals. This is, you know, one of the itineraries that is extremely impressive. So when you think you got impressed by the place you visited the day before, it's like, oh my God, here we go again, you know? I think probably Vienna, as Vienna is quite an impressive city in terms of architecture, in terms of art, history. I will say probably Vienna.
Yeah, I think that was definitely a highlight for me.
It is a highlight.
Yeah, it's a place that I think can offer multiple different things at different times of year as well. With it, like everyone knows it for the Christmas markets. Like, that tends to be the thing that everyone like talks about for Vienna. But seeing it this time of year was completely different.
Yeah, and you see Vienna. I mean, the lifestyle of the Viennese, right? Yeah. So also Vienna, you know, we visit during the day, and at night that place immediately changed again. You know? So as a Viennese flair that is hard to describe. But Viennese they do a lot of outdoors. They are a lot of outdoors. They, you know, the beautiful Viennese cafes, you know, like the famous Hotel Cesario. Yeah, it's definitely a highlight.
Yeah, it is lovely. They have similar vibes of that like Parisian lifestyle, but it seems even better to me. Vienna, like I think it might have taken my top spot over Paris.
Maybe a little more organized, I will say. It's So is what something that is interesting about Vienna is like, even though it's, you know, it's a fairly big city for the country. You know, Vienna is 1/5 of the country's population. But it seems quiet.
It does. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It's like a quieter Paris. It's and much cleaner. Like,
So Cesario's favourite stop was Vienna, and I think that might have been mine too. He mentioned it being a quiet city, which is something that I actually said to myself while we were out on the bike tour on one of the really sunny days.
It's a very relaxed city to ride in, to be fair. Even though there's like 2 million people, it's absolutely lovely.
So I'm glad that it wasn't just me thinking that, and that it is just a generally relaxed and more quiet vibed city.
Our concept from food is very interesting. I mean, actually you mentioned about the buffets. Well, actually, we are a company that we only have a little, we don't do buffets anymore, really, like in the concept of being a buffet. So we actually, almost our breakfast, lunch and dinner is a la carte. We do have a few items at breakfast. We believe breakfast is a time of the day that you are just a little bit, you know, you don't want to make tough decisions, right? So you just want to go there and see, you know, but still you can order from a la carte. The wonderful thing about AmaWaterways, he's always innovating. He's always looking for things. We always value a lot local farmers and producers. So we have this farm to table concept where we purchase our products locally. And of course, we also, that reflects in our manual cycle. So you see different places we dock, we try to have something special from that particular country or place. So we have the fine dining, especially here on the AmaMagna. You see the AmaMagna has 4 restaurants, everything of course complimentary. You know, you have the main dining room where you always have this nice selection on the menu, different choices, but you also have the chef's table restaurant, which is like a 7-course.
We're dining there tonight, and we're very
Are you going there tonight?
Just had to cut in the edit here again just to say this was my favorite meal we had.
It's just very nice. But then we also have the Jimmy's, which is like a sort of a family-style dining. What is that? It's basically you go with friends or family, and you're sharing. Food. And then we have the alfresco, which the alfresco is more like a Mediterranean vegetable forward menu. You have such a nice selection of restaurants and different types of menus that please absolutely anybody.
I'm not just saying this because I'm sat this has been some of the best food I've ever had on a holiday, and every day I'm shocked at how good it actually is. I told the chef I loved him last night when I left. Shook his hand, I was like, I love you, chef, thank you.
I tell him that every day.
I'm not surprised. Like, as we were leaving, he personally handed me like a little coconut chocolate truffle, and I was like, oh.
As many of my friends know, I can talk all day about food, but I wanted to know, what is Cesario's favourite part of this wonderful, wonderful ship?
Do you have a favourite place on the ship?
I mean, depends where we are. I will say the top deck is probably one of the best places when you're navigating, or the alfresco forward, because you know, especially when you are sailing, you know, in nice scenic places, that's nice weather, of course, permitting.
That's a hard choice for me. I think I do really like the lounge as well, actually. I think that's really good. I like the music. The musicians have been great. The couple who play the music up there have been wonderful. So it's nice just to sit there with a tea or a coffee or a beer later on and have a listen to those guys playing. And then when you mentioned about weather and stuff, even when it's been cloudier, like the views on the cliff up at the top, there's like I'm not even sure what it is, there's some kind of church.
There is a monastery.
Like when you see the clouds coming through and rolling, like it's just stunning all the time.
It is stunning.
Yeah, it just feels like, I don't know, it's like the central flow of life through Europe almost, because you get to see so much through the centre. So yeah, again, thank you. I'm just going to keep thanking all the staff very much.
Thank you.
Thank you again. One more cheers. Thank you, Cesario. Prost. Prost, everyone.
So what you've just seen is a glimpse into what life is like on board with AmaWaterways, where people like Cesario, our cruise manager, make every journey feel special. It's the dedication of the teams on board and off the ship that turn a great trip into a truly unforgettable experience. I won't be forgetting it anytime soon. I've been talking about it nonstop. So if you're ready to explore the world with a team that truly cares, visit ParamountCruises.com to book your perfect river cruise. Let your next adventure begin with us.